यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य
ओम ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः सर्वोपप्लवरहित प्रज्ञान घन प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्माहमस्मि सोहमस्मि ब्रह्माहमस्मि। ओम प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्र वेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। May the Almighty, Sarvajnaha, Sarvavit, Sarvashaktiman Shri Venkateshwara bestow all kinds of prosperity, wealth, health and eternal happiness with Paripurna Lakshmi Katakshams to you and the entire your family members and friends. Let us begin Bhagavad Gita, verse number 18 of 9th chapter. Shri Bhagavan Vacha गतिर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुहृत् प्रभवः प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम्. Bhagavan Krishna explaining samsara nivritti upayaha. Upayaha means the path in order to get rid samsara, means all kinds of sorrows through bhakti. From verse number 12 to verse number 19. So now we are in 18th verse. So now he defines, slowly he defines, for the past 2-3 chapters. So bhakti he categorized in 3 technical terms. So already I have categorized without technical term. Now just Bhagavan Krishna himself introduces. Now, first level of bhakti is known as karma lakshana bhakti. The second level of bhakti is known as upasana lakshana bhakti. The third level of bhakti is known as jnana lakshana bhakti. The karma lakshana bhakti means what? The karma always which is in the form of transaction, that which is connected with the world. So you do karma yoga. Karma yoga means you have to take the help of second chapter, buddhi yoga. You should bring proper attitude with the proper karma, with the proper destination. Then you can develop yourself. This karma rupa bhakti or karma lakshana bhakti, which is in the form of karma yoga, will give purity of mind. Your mind will expand its glory. Expanding its glory means what? The mind will get a kind of capacity to penetrate subtle hidden truths of Shastra. Otherwise, the Shastra words will go on the head. So one should have done karma yoga. So one should have done karma yoga at least for few years. Karma yoga means what? Bringing proper attitude. What is that attitude? Yajna bhavana. Yajna bhavana means what? Sacrificing the things. Sacrificing what? Sacrificing that ahankara mamakara tvam. So these 2 things must be sacrificed. Then you should become selfless attitude person. Then you can get developed. That is also considered as the devotion. That is the first level devotion. So from there you grow to be a second level person. We call it upasana lakshana bhakti. This upasana level bhakti means what? So you just become free from worldly interaction. Usually people means a human being is called a social animals. We want to be with always the people. We want to live with the worldly materials. Now you detach a little bit. Detach means what? You become free from that. You can be without, you can feel yourself a complete person without the worldly materials. So usually, nowadays in the world, if you have a huge car, you are respected more. And what happened, that attitude become like a mad kind of people. I saw a car which is in the size of lorry. It's a huge car, but still it's car. Only 4 or 5 people can sit. So lorry means, I'm saying mini lorry. So a little bit I exaggerate, but it's a huge car. And there are so many models. Why? We depend on worldly perception. This worldly perception, respecting and giving importance according to their physical appearance, physical materials. So how big a house you have, you will be respected according to that. How big a higher position you have in the society, people will respect according to that. And how powerful you are in the position, people will respect according to you. How money, how much money means, if you have a too much money means a particular level of enough money, people will respect you. But this person will lose the value of those things. He will start respecting the being itself. It's what second level. That person will integrate his mind to set a proper attitude to the people. Then the third level we saw is Jnana Lakshana Bhakti. So once he is able to set the mind, he is able to integrate his mind, expand his mind. That's what is known as here Vishwarupa Bhakti, Virat Bhakti. Virat Bhakti means what? So the God concept has become now the world alone God, like understanding the God has become the world. So now world is nothing but God. That's what the Bhakti Bhagavan is explaining. But the final higher level Bhakti is not having difference between God and him. That's what known as Jnana Lakshana Bhakti. This Jnana Lakshana Bhakti, what to be done for that? Just Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, Dvarena. Through Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam. Shravana means what? It's a kind of, is it a transaction? No. Shravanam is not the transaction at all. Swamiji, why are you saying? So same I said in the beginning, Shravanam is a transaction. But now I say, because you are developed, now we have crossed 8 chapters. Now I can say Shravanam means it's not giving something and taking something. Exploring something, my dear. You explore the truth of yourself. You explore the truth of the world. You explore the truth of Ishvara's nature. That's what I said. Shravana means with the help of Guru, you explore yourself and God and world and everything. Mananam means what? Becoming thorough in it. Becoming doubtless. Clearing all kinds of doubts. Because still after even attaining knowledge, you have to continue with the same body, mind and sense complex. Then you should be doubtless person. Being a jnani, you cannot have the doubt. If you have the doubt, you are not called jnani. You are not called jnani means you are known to you jnani. The jnanitvam is a self-experience. Nobody can give the certificate from outside. This is the final state, I tell you. Manana means coming doubtless person. Nididhyasana means establish yourself in God. This is known as final level of bhakti. It will be very much clearly explained by Lord Krishna in 12th chapter. There he will talk about these 3 things. Bhakti means what? Now we are in the second level of bhakti. It's a meditation. It's a kind of meditation which is in the form of Saguna Brahma Upasana. The God is meditated upon, contemplated upon with the attributes, with varieties of attributes of the world. Now we learned in the last class in this verse number 18, Gatihi, destination is God. And the marga, the path for that destination is nothing but God. And the travel journey which takes place, that is nothing but the God. Then we saw Bharta, one who gives nourishment is the God, You eat the food. Are you consuming, assimilating the energy? No, there is an energy. Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Ashritaha Pranapana Samayuktaha Pacham Yannam Chaturvidham Annam Aham Pachami. 4 kinds of food is being digested by me. Where? In the stomach of every individual. It's Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Ashritva. In every individual Sharira body, being in that place, in the name of Vaishvanaraha, I alone digest. I alone consume the nourishments. Therefore, Bharta we saw. And Prabhu, who is the ruler, who is the game changer, has so many twists in your life. Because Prabhu is Ishvara and he is the Sakshi. The Sakshi for both Dharma and Adharma, 24/7. Because nowadays, wherever you go, we become security conscious people. It is, it has become compulsorily, it's necessary nowadays. The CCTV camera. Wherever you are, some of the places it is written, so be careful or be aware, you are observed by CCTV camera. It means what? So you are not free. You are always observed by something. When you come to know I am observed, so you become a good person. Otherwise your body languages changes a little bit. Your behavior also changes. When somebody is observing you, you become proper. That's what a human being is. But animals, they don't worry whether the people watch or not, it is being observed or not, it is there, it's in Swabhava. But a human being, we are cultured, isn't it? Therefore, we make perfect if anybody is there. But this is the supreme CCTV camera. It is there in and out in every place. Sakshi. If any murder is taking place, he is Sakshi. If any Yajnakarya is taking place, he is Sakshi. And if some plan is going on, good or bad, he is Sakshi. But the people should realize, so Ishvara is observing me. Because Ishvara is inside and outside. He knows everything. Therefore, I have to be careful. I have to take always the side of good thoughts. My mind has got 2 kinds of thoughts. So when you meditate Lord as Sakshi, then your behavior changes. Your method of thinking changes. Your destination changes. And your life changes. That's what the glory is. So God is real, He is Sakshi. But if you become aware about it, you will become proper person. We will always select good thoughts. So that's the heaven, I tell you. That's what the cultivation also. This is a self-cultivation. You become a great agriculture. Vyavasayi. To have the Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, you should become a great agriculture. I don't know whether the word is there or not. Agriculture, I think agriculture means it's a Vyavasaya. So one who cultivates this agriculture. So that's what I'm saying. That great agriculture person you should be with your mind, in your mind. When you accept God is observing me in and out, then I will be endowed with what? Good Dharma Karya. And one more thing, you can also become confident. So if you are doing japa, you become very confident that God is observing me. So it means what? I will be fructified. I will be fructified with good fruit because the puja, the japa, tapa which I perform. So many people are not aware, but God is very much aware what I do. That's what this upasana visheshaha. Then nivasaha. Nivasaha means what? I am the shelter. I am the shelter for whom? All creatures. Every human, we need to have our own house. That's what our effort, isn't it? So to have our own house is a big deal. But God has provided the shelter within us. So every creature is provided its own space. So nobody can plug the space from you. You need not worry at all because He is Nivasaha. Therefore, Shri Nivasaha, where the Shri exists. So He becomes Jagannivasaha. Okay, Jagannivasa means where all the creatures can have their shelter. That's what Nivasaha I am. Therefore, if you want to have a home, go to Venkateshwara or go to your Yashta Devata and pray. They will get, definitely you will get place. Sharanam. Sharanam means what? I am the place, I am an object for you to surrender. I am the Sharanam. I am the Sharanam means I am the place of, see, this both meaning is same, more or less. Nivasaha, I am the place of living. Sharanam means I am the place to surrender. I am the living place of every creature is known as Nivasaha. But Saranam means I am the place for surrendering. I become shelter for surrendering. It means what? I bless being received your Sharanagati. Suhrd, I am the friend, well-wisher to you. Suhrd means well-wisher who is friend. It's, so you can be confident enough because he is observing always. He is observing like a judge or what? No, he is very friend to you. So God is a friend. So Arjuna had the opportunity. He was fortunate enough to have Lord Krishna as his friend. But same Lord Krishna says, I am your friend. So you are also Arjuna to him, isn't it? Then Prabhavaha Pralayaha Sthanam. Aham Prabhavaha. This can be given separately meaning or together also. I am the place of originate and resolve, resolution. That can be also given, or we can give one Prabhavaha. I am the originate. Anything which is originated, anything which comes into manifestation, that is me alone. So it is material aspects, or it is like a subtle aspects, gross, subtle, causal level, whatever the manifestations are taking place, they are nothing but me. Then Pralayaha also me. The force in order to create, the force in order to sustain, the force in order to nourish is nothing but me. Pralayaha also me. Pralayaha means what? So resolution, dissolution, everything resolves where in me, and the force and the power which resolves also is me. So many people who lived, we don't know, suddenly they disappear. Suddenly death comes, they're gone. Where they gone? To Lord alone. So they have reached Lord. Then where will they come from? From the Lord alone. We need not worry. Sthanam ahameva. I am giving separate meaning. I have given the total meaning. I am the place of originate. I am the place of resolution. And I am the sthanam too. Sthanam means, so everyone, they should have the place in their mind. It's a subtle place. I have to stand in my leg. Then I become sthanam over there. I have to establish my business. So I will become sthanam for them. So I have to continue in my job. I bless them being sthanam. Sthanam means constant existent. That entity which helps for constant existence. Sthanam means it is known as sthiti karyam. Prabhavaha, pralayaha, sthitikarta, sthitikaryam. Nidhanam. Nidhanam means what? So Acharya says here, nikshepaha kalantara upabhogyam praninam. Nidhanam means where you can have all the stocks, storeroom. It's a huge storeroom where all our karma phalas are kept and kept with the tag. When you go to Akshardham, so there is a place called Akshardham, or even Tirumala also we do the same. So your mobile have been submitted one place. So but you have to receive from other place. So mobile were kept with a tag and it's supplied in the same person to the same person. In the same way, this nidhanam means our karma phalas are stored in a place and that karma phala is sent to you. It's provided with the world, manifested world. So in the same person will get same karma phala. So his own karma phala will be reached. Then bijam avyayam. Aham avyayam bijam. I am the seed which is formless, which is imperishable. Avyayam means imperishable, seed means constant seed. What does he means? Seed remains as a seed, but everything comes out of it. So a seed, when you sow on the land, it becomes the tree or sapling. Then seed loses the capacity to continue as the seed. It has broken. So when seed explodes, then alone tree can come. But here the seed continues to be as a seed. Means the potential power which is cause for vikshepa and avarana. See, this avarana vikshepa is one place. That's what maya sahita Ishvaraha. So he will explain it more later on. We'll go to next words. Tapam yahamaham varusham nigrannam yutsrujami cha amurtam chaiva mrityuscha sadasachaham arjuna aham tapami. Being in the form of sun, sun means not daughter and son, being in the form of Surya, Aditya. So, aham tapami, I heat everything. So, why? Means I nourish everything. Aham varusham nigrannami utsrijami cha. I suck the water from the ocean and I flourish like rain. I am the source of what? Rain. I heat the people means I nourish the people through my rays. The radiance of sun is already we have seen. Prabhas Shasi Surya Yoho. So there only he said I am in the form of radiance of sun. But here he says aham tapami, aham utsrijami, aham nigrannami, utsrijami. I suck the water and I cause for the rain. So all this nourishment is told, it's done by me alone. Therefore, the sun becomes the main deity. In all upasana, you can see sun is kept as a main deity. So sun worship, even when you do homas, yajnas, yagas, pujas, always they are in the morning time. So evening time there are rituals but not fire rituals, because fire ritual is connected with Aditya, sun deity. That sun deity is me. Being as a sun deity, I nourish people through the radiance. I become karta. I become karta means I become cause of the sriti, cause of the nourishment, because rain is for nourishment. Nagrihnami utsrujami cha. Aham amritam. I am the nectar. Nectar means what? So there are so many nectars have been introduced in Purana. There was, the Samudra Mathanam, churning ocean for nectar. Churning ocean symbolizes what? It's a life. So churning, you might have seen in Gopurams or somewhere the photo. So one side all celestial being, another side all asuras, demons. In the center Meru Parvata, and with Vasuki they churn, both side. This is what the life is. So life is consisting both Asura Guna and Daiva Guna. The churning between them is called Paripalanam, Dharma Paripalanam. Following dharma is the churning. Living is the churning. When you live, so poison comes out. First poison alone comes out. When you want to follow dharma, so all difficulty will surround you. Shreyamsi bahu vignani. You just, many people have asked to me, if we suggest some havan, yajna, homas to them, so they perform, they arrange for the homas, yajnas. After, immediately they will cry after few months. So we did yajna, but all bad things are going on. Therefore, I usually say nowadays, once they perform yajna, according to our suggestion, they should forget the yajnas, and for 6 months they should forget the yajnas that we have done the yajnas, because it will rearrange any ritual which is prescribed by Vedas and Agamas. They are very powerful. They will change your flow of the life. They will change means, so voluntarily they change, they bring changes in your job, with your relationship, with your lifestyle, in your health. You may get some disease. That's what nowadays I am saying in the beginning itself. When I suggest, I will say you perform the homa. After that, you may get a little bit, ill health. You may become ill healthy person. You may get dysentery. You may get a little bit fever, and somebody may hit somewhere. All those things nowadays I am telling, because it's rearranging. So your mind will be channelized after the ritual. That's what, these rituals, they are very powerful. So one person who arranged for, who worked for, and who donated for a whole Kumbhabhisheka in a temple, after that he had met with an accident, but nothing had happened. He met with an accident, he became confused. So we did good things, but why this accident? Then after that accident, his mind has changed. Now I am not justifying here. Please try to understand. It's not justifying. Logically, I am not proving. Who am I to prove about Ishvara? So Ishvara is a Shashvata Vastu. So I am connecting the things for our understanding. That's what is my job. I am not Ishvara. But in the Paramarthika range, everybody is Ishvara. But when we suggest to the people, we should give certain clarity, because they expect for immediate result. That immediate result, if it is going to be negative, then they lose their Shraddha. But sometimes positive, sometimes negative, it may happen. But gradually you think after 6 months, all things will be converted into proper way. It would have been channelized. Therefore, Gatihi Aham, Ishvara have told. The same way, being in the form of sun, I do everything. Now he talks about your life is to find Amritam. Amritam means what? Happiness, proper security, proper pleasure. That unlimited happiness is known as Amritam, nectar. Therefore, the churning is known as finding Amrita. First, poison will come. You just keep holding Bhagavan's leg. Then Lakshmi will come, Kamadhenu will come. So many other things, valuable things. Airavata will come, and that Ashwa will come. So many, glories. Finally, moksha also will take place. Amrita means here the worldly prosperous and spiritual prosperous, both is I am. That's what God says. Both is none other than me. Mrityuscha sad asat cha aham Arjuna. I am the death. Oh my God. It's a very serious topic. We will continue from the next episode tomorrow. Harihi Om. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ